Hey, do you like rich and creamy ice cream?
Yeah.
And do you like sweet and crunchy chocolate?
Heck yeah.
Well, go get yourself an Eskimo pie, only 10 cents a piece. This ad is brought to you by Nestle. Hello, my name's Hayden Ryan, and welcome back, folks, to this week's podcast. Today we're going to talk with one of the greatest pioneers in jazz, Louis Armstrong.
Thank you.
So, Louis, we've all heard your great new hit, St. Louis Infirmary. Do you have any other songs you have been working on?
Yes, I've been working on a new album that I could release right now if I wanted to.
Well, that sounds spectacular. In your opinion, Louis, who is your top 5 in jazz right now?
That's a tough one, but I would probably have to say Benny Goodman, Ella Fitzgerald, Duke Ellington, Django Reinhardt, and Blanche Galloway.
That sounds like a good list to me. When did you first start to play jazz music, Louis?
Well, before I started jazz, my only job was picking up scrap and delivering coal. I first started to sing and play cornet when a Jewish family named the Karnowskis got me singing. I learned to play the cornet when I was arrested for firing a gun in the air on New Year's Day. This led to me being sent to Colored Waves Home for Boys, where they taught music and actually was a huge turning point in my life.
Well, it sounds like you truly had to work your way up the music food chain to get to where you are today.
Yeah, there was a lot of cold nights and empty stomachs, but I got by.
Let's talk about you and Ella Fitzgerald and how you guys have performed together.
Yes, Ella is a wonderful woman who can howl and sing louder than a wolf, but at the same time is the sweetest human being you'll ever meet.
She does sound lovely. What is your favorite duet you have done with Ella?
I would have to say Summertime, because we both put a lot of soul into the lyrics.
How has jazz changed in the past decade, you would say?
Well, jazz has sort of evolved from scat music to more melodious music that lasts longer than 2 minutes. In my opinion, me and Jelly Roll Morton were the ones who evolved the music to a more harmonious kind of music. Along the way, new groovy instruments added to the jazz sound, such as saxophone.
I do like the sound of a wailing saxophone. What other significance do you think jazz has on the U.S. population?
Well, I think jazz has bridged the music of black and white and brought both sides closer. It also has shown how different races can like the same kind of music. There is even quite a bit of white jazz musicians such as Cliff Edwards and Buddy Rich, who I've played with before.
Well, Louis, it was nice talking to you, but before we go, it's time for the joke of the day. All right. Why is a dog like a tree? Answer: because they both lose their bark once they're dead. Ha 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 ha. Well, that concludes this week's podcast. Hayden Wright's tuning out.